Hello everyone, and welcome to this three-part series of me trying to get back from Okayama City to Yokohama in a single day, only while using commuter trains or local trains in Japan. Okayama is a city in West Japan, placed approximately 700 kilometers from Tokyo. Most people, without doubt, take the Shinkansen or the bullet train when going to distant cities in West Japan, but today I will be going only by local train. Okay, so here we go, let's get started. The Seishun 18 ticket, or the youthful 18 ticket shown over here, is the reason why I'm taking the local train today. This magical ticket, sold by Japan Rail for a couple weeks every spring, summer, and winter, allows passengers to take any local train on the JR network for the set price of 2,410 yen per day. In other words, I can get back to Yokohama and then Tokyo for about a seventh of the price, since a bullet train ticket to Okayama from Tokyo costs about 17,760 yen. This is what it looks like inside the train. You can see that it's actually pretty old. This is called the Type 115 train. It's actually one of the oldest trains that are still running in the local network right now. It was designed and created back when Japan Rail was owned and managed by the government. Now it's an independent entity, but then it used to be funded entirely through tax, basically. The name Youthful 18 ticket is also derived from the notion that this ticket could provide a cheaper way for students and younger people to travel longer distances. Or you could just be really, really stingy like me and take this instead of the bullet train. These tickets are only sold in sets of 5. So what if you can't spend all 5 days on rail? When this happens, many people, including myself, sell the remaining days to a pawn shop. These partial tickets of 1, 2, 3, 4 days are actually in very high demand, as the days do not have to be consecutive, and most people can't take 5 days off of work, and to be honest, I don't think a lot of people want to spend 5 days just taking local trains. And now we're at Kamigori Station. I think I took this video because it was really quiet and it looked really nice with the snow. But then from this station, you can actually go towards Tottori on the other side, the non-Pacific side of Japan. There are limited express trains that run in that direction. And if you want to take that, then that train will go a different direction from Kamigori Station compared to the direction that we're going to be heading right now. Okay, so now we've arrived at Aioi Station. We're going to be transferring trains here, but then we're still going to be on the same Sanyo-Line. It's just that we're going to be leaving Okayama Prefecture and we'll be heading deeper into Hyogo Prefecture, which is right next door, obviously. This is the Type 223 train. You can tell that it's a lot newer than the Type 115 train that we just rode on. It tends to be a lot quieter, and I just feel that the lighting is a lot more comfortable as well. It is one of my more preferred trains. It's also very quiet when you ride it. Makes it very suitable for a nice nap. And we're going to be heading into the mountains again. And you can also see the Sanyo Shinkansen line just pass right above us as we approach Himeji Station. Himeji is one of the larger stations in Hyogo Prefecture, and it's a connecting station for the bullet train and the local train network, just like Okayama. Arriving at Himeji Station, and since I haven't really eaten that much, I'm just gonna eat breakfast and lunch over here. This is the eki soba, or the station soba. It's really cheap. It's like 350 yen, and it comes out in 30 seconds, so it's really suitable for people who need to transfer trains. And here we go. This is the next train. This is the special rapid bound for Maibara in Shiga Prefecture. So we're going to be passing through Hyogo, Osaka, Kyoto, and Shiga Prefectures. This is one of the fastest local trains in Japan. I'm always really excited to ride this one. There's a reason why I went to the car up front. This is because it's much easier to get a view from the front seat, basically, and I couldn't get a seat with a really nice view, but then it was still really nice to be able to have a sense of how fast it's going. It's actually so fast. It goes at approximately 130 kilometers per hour. It's actually the fastest speed that you can go on most local train lines on the Japanese network. So it's actually a lot faster than many of the limited express trains that run in Tokyo or in various places in Japan, even though you don't have to pay an extra fee to ride this one. I'm just gonna let you enjoy how fast this is for a moment. It's especially exciting when we pass stations, just because I think you get a better sense of how fast it's going. To be honest though, if I were to be at the station and if I'm watching this train pass, I would be a little bit scared just because it's so quick. Like, look at how fast this train is going without any barriers on the station. People just casually walking. I think it's quite amazing, to be honest. Akashi is one of the more larger stations in Hyogo Prefecture as well. You can actually see the remains of the Akashi Castle right on the other side of this moat. And we are just casually stopping over here. I'm literally only stopping by, so I don't really know that much about the station, sorry. Before we even know it, we're approaching Kobe. So the main station in Kobe is actually not Kobe Station, but rather Sannomiya Station. So Sannomiya is not a connecting station with the bullet train. The bullet train station for Kobe is called Shin-Kobe, and then it's in the mountains.
Thank you for riding with us. We will soon be making a brief stop at Sannomiya, station number A61. Please exit on the right. Transfer here for the Hankyu, Hanshin, Fourth Liner, and subway lines. This is the special rapid service.
So this train line connects 3 large cities in a row: Kobe, Osaka, and then Kyoto. So right after leaving Sannomiya, which is the main station for Kobe, we will be approaching Osaka. So the special rapid train connects 3 large cities in West Japan. Kobe, the main station of Kobe is Sannomiya, so Sannomiya, Osaka, and Kyoto. Trains can travel really quickly around this area because there are 2 tracks heading towards the west and 2 tracks heading towards the east, which means that you can simultaneously run 4 trains, so 2 trains in each direction, which vastly increases the capacity of the trains running in this area. And here we are approaching Osaka. I'll let you listen to the announcements.
The Osaka line to Kyobashi and Tsuruhashi departs from track 2. Transfer here to the Hankyu, Hanshin, and subway line. This is the special rapid service bound for Maibara and Kyoto. After leaving Osaka, we will be stopping at Shiba Osaka, Takafuka, Kyoto, Yamashita, and Onsa. Thank you for using JR West.
Osaka is one of the largest cities in Japan. You can kind of tell how we've been moving from suburban areas to a semi-commercial area. Now we're heading right into the heart of Osaka, where we're going to be surrounded with department stores and office buildings. Actually, the transition is really quick. Once you cross the river, you can see how the development really hikes up. This is actually what used to be a freight train terminal, but then I think now they're trying to change that up and then because there's less demand for freight trains in Japan, they're trying to reduce the size of the freight train terminal and they're trying to use it for something else. I have no clue what they're going to change it into though. And here we are approaching Osaka Station. I wish I can show you the very interesting shape of Osaka Station, how it's formed, but unfortunately I don't think I can do that from my seat. So I hope you can just get a vibe of how large the station is. Okay, so after passing through Osaka and Shin-Osaka Station, you'll be able to see the Suita freight train terminal on your left. And basically, this is one of the largest freight train terminals in Japan. You can see how long this continues for. In between this track that we're on and the apartment building on the other side, you can see so much space. And believe it or not, it actually used to be even larger before. And I actually started filming the Suita freight train terminal after we entered it, but then we still haven't exited it yet. You can see how many tracks are in between, and the capacity over here is just so large. And I think we're finally getting out the station right over here because we are entering another station. You can see the tracks in between diminish in number. As we approach Kyoto Station, we will also be getting into the premises of the Kyoto Freight Station, just like the Suita Freight Station that we talked about before. You can see the trucks as well as the containers placed over here on the side. The special thing about the Kyoto Freight Station is that on the other side of it, you'll be able to see the Kyoto Railway Museum, which has one of the largest displays of railroad items as well as trains, other things related to railroad history in Japan. And yeah, it just has one of the largest displays in Japan. And the other thing that's really cool about this museum is that it actually has a live display of steam locomotives, steam engines. You actually cannot see it in this video because the view is more or less blocked by the limited express train that you see over here with a white and blue design. But then you can actually see, if you really look super closely, you might be able to see, actually no, it's really difficult. But then yeah, there are a lot of steam engines on the other side of that train, and then you'll also be able to ride one of them as well and just get to experience what it's like to ride a steam engine. And now we're arriving at Kyoto Station. On the other side, you can see the platform for the Sanyo-Line. We just came on the Sanyo and the Tokaido lines, which stay on the Pacific side of Japan, but the Sanyo-Line will allow you to go to the non-Pacific side, so basically the other side of Japan. And you can also see a limited express train over here in a second. This is called the Kuroshio Limited Express. This can take you towards Wakayama, which is on the southern end of the Kansai region. So this concludes the first part of the three-part series of my trip back from Okayama to Yokohama. Perhaps on the next video I'll try to explain why I had to do this, but hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video.